Look at your hands. Go ahead. Actually look at them. Those fingers, that skin, those lines and scars. You think those hands belong to you, don't you? You think they've always been yours. But what if I told you that every atom in those hands, every cell, every molecule, every piece of matter you think of as you, has been completely replaced since you were born? What if I told you that the person who started watching this video is already dead, and what's watching now is something else entirely, something that just thinks it remembers being you? Welcome to the Ship of Theseus, and welcome to the most terrifying question ever asked. If everything that makes you you has been replaced, who are you? 3,000 years ago, the ancient Greeks told a story about their greatest hero, Theseus. After slaying the Minotaur and returning to Athens, his ship was preserved as a monument to his victory. But as years passed, the wooden planks began to rot. So the Athenians replaced them, one by one, with new timber. First a plank here, then a beam there. Years turned to decades, decades to centuries. Eventually, every single piece of the original ship had been replaced. Not one atom of the original remained. The Greeks asked, "Is this still the Ship of Theseus?" But the philosopher Plutarch made it worse. He asked, what if someone had collected all the discarded original pieces and rebuilt them into a ship? Now which one is the real Ship of Theseus? And that's when the ancient world realized they hadn't just discovered a puzzle about ships. They had discovered something terrifying about the nature of identity itself. Because you, right now, are the Ship of Theseus. Your skin cells die and regenerate every 2 to 4 weeks. Right now, as you watch this, millions of your skin cells are dying and being replaced by new ones. Your blood cells live for about 120 days. Every 4 months, you have completely new blood flowing through your veins. Your liver cells, 6 months. Your heart muscle, 1 year. The cells lining your intestines replace themselves every 5 days. Even your brain, the thing you think houses your consciousness, your memories, your very sense of self, even your brain cells are being replaced. Some neurons live your entire life, but the supporting cells, the ones that maintain and feed your neurons, they're constantly dying and being reborn. And here's what will keep you awake tonight. Scientists estimate that every 7 to 10 years, virtually every atom in your body has been replaced. Which means the you from 7 years ago, physically dead, gone. Not one piece of matter that made up that person exists in your body today. So who are you? What are you? Are you the same person who was born, or are you just the latest in a series of copies who happens to remember being someone else? And if the matter doesn't make you you, then what does? You might think, but I have memories. I remember my childhood, my experiences. That's what makes me me. But here's what neuroscience has discovered about memory. Every time you remember something, you're not accessing a file like a computer. You're reconstructing it, and every reconstruction changes it. That cherished childhood memory of your birthday party, you've probably remembered it dozens of times, and each time your brain has edited it, updated it, altered details based on your current understanding and emotions. The memory you have now isn't what happened. It's the most recent draft of a story you've been rewriting your entire life. And worse, false memories feel identical to real ones. Your brain can't tell the difference between something you experienced and something you imagined vividly enough. So you have a body made of matter that wasn't there 7 years ago, and memories that have been rewritten countless times by a brain that wasn't there 7 years ago. If the matter isn't you and the memories aren't reliable, what exactly do you think is continuing from moment to moment? What makes you think there's a you at all? Imagine you're offered the chance to use a teleporter. It scans every atom in your body, records their exact position and state, then disintegrates you completely. On the other side, it perfectly reconstructs you from new atoms in the exact same arrangement. The reconstructed you has all your memories, your personality, your thoughts. To everyone else, including yourself, it seems like you just traveled instantly. But here's the question that philosophers call the teleporter problem. Are you the same person, or did the original you die and get replaced by a copy who thinks they're you? Now imagine a malfunction. The teleporter successfully creates the copy of you, but fails to disintegrate the original. Now there are two of you, both with identical memories up to the point of teleportation. Which one is the real you? Both have equal claim to your identity. Both remember being you. Both feel like they're the continuous person. But here's what will disturb you. This isn't science fiction. This is exactly what's happening to you right now, every moment of every day. Your body is constantly teleporting you. Every 7 years, you are completely disintegrated and reconstructed from new atoms. You are the copy. You have always been the copy. The only difference is that your biological teleporter destroys the evidence. Every morning, you wake up and assume you're the same person who went to sleep. But what if you're not? What if consciousness is like a flame? When it goes out, it's gone forever. And what you think is waking up is actually a new consciousness being born with fake memories. When you say, "I remember yesterday," who is this I that's doing the remembering? The person who experienced yesterday is made of different atoms than the person remembering today. When you promise, "I'll call you tomorrow," which self is making that promise, and which self will be expected to keep it? Are you responsible for promises made by a different person who happened to share your name? When someone says you've changed, are they more right than they realize? When they say, "You're not the person I married," is that literally true? And here's the truly terrifying part. You can't point to any moment when you stopped being you and became someone else. There's no clear line between who you were and who you are. It's like asking when day becomes night. The change is gradual, continuous, but the categories are absolute. You're either you or you're not you. But when did the transition happen? Philosophers have tried for millennia to solve the Ship of Theseus paradox. Every solution reveals new impossibilities. The soul theory says you have an immaterial soul that continues through physical changes. But if souls can't be detected or measured, how do you know you have one? And how do you know it's the same soul from moment to moment? The psychological continuity theory says you're defined by your memories and personality. But we've already seen that memories are unreliable and personality changes. Are you the same person after amnesia, after a traumatic brain injury? The bundle theory says there is no continuous self. You're just a bundle of experiences, thoughts, and sensations with no central unifying identity. But if that's true, who is having these experiences? Who is thinking these thoughts? The pattern theory says you're the pattern of information, regardless of the physical substrate. But patterns change constantly. At what point does a changed pattern become a different pattern? Every theory either accepts that identity is an illusion or creates new paradoxes about what constitutes sameness. And here's what none of these theories can explain. Why do you feel like there's a continuous you experiencing all of this? So here you are back where we started, looking at your hands. But now you know the truth. Those aren't your hands. You don't have hands. There is no you to have anything. You are the latest draft in a story being written by no one. You are a pattern that thinks it's a person. You are a conversation that matter is having with itself. Every moment, the person you think you are dies and is replaced by someone who remembers being you. But that someone isn't you because you're already gone. You are living in a universe of philosophical zombies, and you are one of them. You experience the illusion of being someone, but there's no one there to be. And the most terrifying part? This realization changes nothing. Tomorrow you'll wake up and feel like the same continuous person. You'll make plans, form relationships, build a life, all based on the illusion of being someone who doesn't exist. Because even if identity is an illusion, it's the only illusion you have. So look at your hands one more time. The person who started watching this video, they're gone now. They died about 20 minutes ago when they began to understand what they were. What's looking at these hands now is someone else, someone who remembers being that person, who thinks they are that person, but who is actually just the most recent copy in an endless chain of death and replacement. And tomorrow they'll die too, and the day after that, and the day after that. Each death unnoticed, each replacement convinced of their continuity. Welcome to the Ship of Theseus. Population 0. You are everyone and no one. You are the question and the questioner. You are the ship and the harbor and the wood and the sea. And you, whoever you are, you'll never know who you really were.